3, 2, 1.
Oh!
Is that like that's like our thing now?
Got a mighty mouse.
And then C-shot, nigga.
Oh, high school shit.
Before
Anyway,
we begin, quick advertisement.
just look up.
Done. That's all we need to
We
say.
done. We good.
Cool.
New spot, new place. This is crib.
We just
So,
decided to change it up.
Our office space. I'm kidding.
Especially because the reason why we're in this studio today, or this office, is because
Somebody took our spot. That's all I'm trying to say.
I was at a
Somebody took
casting
our
earlier.
spot.
He came and he messaged me, yo, someone took a motherfucking spot. And I messaged back, I'm like, yo, break legs. Break his legs. But
it's
the guy
chill.
disappeared.
But it's chill. Remember, guys, creative space, we're sharing. It's all good.
Yeah, but you don't leave your stuff in the office and go work in another office.
Look, he left coffee. Now, who's going to pick that up?
And he had his protein shaker.
Oh,
God.
fell down.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This is amateur
Spit
shit
all
now.
Anyway, I'm still good, though.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was chilled.
After I saw you guys on
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday. Weekend was chilled, eh? Had a good time with Bay. We chilled. We watched movies.
Did you guys do the Lord of the Rings marathon?
No. Because she had said we had already done it. I don't remember doing it though. But it's all good. And yours?
Also chilled. What? The rugby. Yo.
Mark, what a game. What a game.
Did you watch the rugby?
Of course. The Herschel Yankees, you beat.
Bruh.
You should have won that game. I think...
we had so much possession. They couldn't get into our territory. But, as like the commentators were saying, we should be scoring tries from this, but we couldn't.
But the fact is, I don't know. It's either we were missing something. I don't think we're missing anything. I just think it's either the players were like, okay, we're defending, and no one wanted to step up to go for it, to go for the try, to go for the, to attack the line. But nonetheless,
we played such aggressive rugby in that first half. Like
aggressive,
we were just
control,
going.
We were in a perfect position, and I think all the players played well. And I think this proves that Nqayi is going to be, was the number 13.
Yeah.
He's going to be the most vital player for us in the World Cup.
For sure. I just felt like on Saturday he was a bit.
The thing is,
a bit off. Like
he wasn't. I wouldn't think off. I just think he played such a defensive game. I think everybody plays such a defensive game where you don't want to break the line, you don't want to lose space. Against the All Blacks, every inch counts.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
You take a step out of place, they capitalize on that, and improved in the second half. But nonetheless, we bounced back.
But we're also lucky in a sense that New Zealand isn't on form. Like, they're not 100% on form. There was a lot of opportunities that they've missed. A lot of fumbles. Yeah.
But no, Jeff. Nah. I would.
What do you say?
Nah, I don't agree. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna give the Springboks okay, because they'll know you have an opportunity. Okay, it's a championship. You have an opportunity. It's your first team. Your players are in full force. The number 10 is excellent. The All Blacks showed up. Yeah. They showed up. So whether they're on form or no form, no, they were on form. We played better. We just didn't capitalize. We drew the game. If we lost that game, it was our game. We lost the game. It wasn't necessarily, we were outclassed. No.
No, we weren't outclassed, that's for sure.
But thankfully, we didn't lose the game. Messed up as it sounds, when Scrumhoff got injured. If I cannot forget his name.
The tall one.
No, the Scrumhoff, when he got injured. And then Herschel Yankees came. And then, and then Herschel Yankees came on board.
He made a big difference.
It's like, damn. Had Faf not gotten injured.
That's the thing as well.
It's a crappy way to look at. I understand as sports guys, it's your careers, and injuries are not something to say, thankfully you got injured. But
at the same time, it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
You know what I'm saying?
So I think again, Herschel keeps proving week in and week out. And take in mind, I think a year ago or 2 years ago, this guy was playing Curry Cup
Curry Cup.
only.
Yeah.
Now look, it just shows you where I think we need to be able to.
How old is he? He's like 22.
How old is he? I don't know.
Just check there.
He's a youngin, man.
And this is only his second cap for South Africa.
It's the second one. He played Australia, right?
Yeah, Australia was his debut, bro.
Yeah.
And he scored 2 tries.
I think he.
And then he comes on last minutes in this game. Oof.
Bruh. I think for the World Cup, we have a formidable squad. We can still.
We play in Argentina next, right?
Yeah.
We just mustn't get any injuries.
And I think we're playing once each, because people are resting.
Yeah. Because the World Cup's around the corner. It's September, June, July, August. It's literally a month. So we play Argentina. And
he's 23 years old.
23.
1996.
Wow.
Mommy.
Debuting.
A youngin. Huh?
Debuting with 2 tries, and then got his 3rd try against New Zealand when he got brought on.
But I like I said, I still think.
Here's my other thing. Like, I actually love that we drew. Because initially I thought if we'd had won, we'd go into the World Cup with a lot of gears.
I bleed rugby.
I don't play rugby. I bleed it. We're going with a lot of gears, which could work to our disadvantage because we are in the group of New Zealand. And at the same time, I thought maybe if we had lost, we'd be a lot more hungry to beat them in the World Cup. But thank God we drew, because now like the mental playing field is even.
Yeah.
But there's more of a disadvantage to New Zealand now in the mental game, because they're like, oh shit, South Africa.
Of course.
Was a tough challenge.
In essence, yes. It goes either way. If you lose, it's not like in 2007 when we won the World Cup, where we went in and we didn't have a great performance at the Tri-Nations, but we won the World Cup. So it's a give and take. It's had we lost this game, the World Cup's the World Cup. It's one opportunity. So I think people's mindsets are totally different going into that, because it's like I have one opportunity and I have to wait a few more other years.
Because we only play in
group stages.
We're in group stages, but you only play each team once.
In the group stages, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they've changed it now, where you only play each team once in the group or twice.
No, man.
Because it used to be twice.
I think it still is. It still is, man.
So I remember,
I think it's once. Sorry.
I remember Russell saying we only play.
It's once. Sorry. Once. Generally in group stages, it's not like it's.
So we've only got one shot. It's New Zealand in our group, and who's it? New Zealand.
I'll check now.
And it's our first game as well. Yeesh.
First game. It will be fine.
It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a battle on that field, bro.
It's gonna be a
hard
physical battle.
Because if Saturday was a taste of things to come,
exactly.
Come World Cup, man, the mentality is gonna be a lot stronger and it's gonna be more physical.
Look, it's the best part is the guy stepped up.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
The guy stepped up, the Springbok stepped up, and
what was the other short guy with the scrum cap on?
Scrum cap. You mean
the one that knocked the ball forward for Herschel?
He knocked the ball forward for Herschel.
The short guys like this. The second short.
There's
guy
a forward.
The
forward, man. There was a forward who.
Short coloured guy. He's wearing a scrum cap.
Thingy man. How can I forget him? Storm is playing in France now.
Yo, that's what alcohol does to you, bro. It fucking kills off.
I don't know what he's talking about. I was drinking juice. How can I forget his name?
We are horrible South Africans.
Now I have to type in the Springbok squad. versus New Zealand. How did I forget the squad's name? Yeah, I know you're talking about. I'm looking at it mentally. I know you're talking about. Exceptional player, breaks the line.
That's another key player on the team, bro.
Very unused. Like, I'm talking about him, and I'm not even saying his name.
Yeah, so if he's watching this, he probably knows who he is.
You know,
I'm the only short other colored brave.
Exactly. Cheslin,
that's it.
Cheslin Colby, that's what I'm talking about.
Colby.
Exceptional player. Shining and always shines, always breaks the line. Heavy tackler for a guy his size.
Yeah, bro. Taking the big guys down.
Go forward. He's a proper, and I truly believe for years, we haven't given him ample time and ample opportunity. Just as we give a taller player, 15, 11, the same chance.
Yeah.
He's played an exceptional game.
It's good we're testing out all the other guys in this.
Exactly.
In these games coming up now. And then by the time you make squad selection for World Cup, then you've got your team.
And think about it. Sia Kolisi is injured.
He's out for the World Cup.
No ways, bro. You're resting him.
Okay.
He's gonna be there. He's resting.
But we're doing so well without him.
No. Don't get shit. It has nothing to do.
We're doing well. We're doing pretty damn decently without him.
No, as you remember, you're a team. Understand?
Yeah, no, for sure. But he's been standing on the sidelines coaching.
The more you have, the better. He's our captain. He's injured. You can never say a man of Sia's stature to say, they don't know, brother. And running forward like passing, running, tackling, leads from the front. His presence on the field is so important. He was a water boy for the Australian game.
Yeah.
His presence was felt. So we can't, we definitely, everybody counts. There's still Apiwe, who's also injured, the winger. There's so many players that are going to come back and even do more damage. Bro, I'm telling you, our Springbok squad, and people are going, I'm speaking ahead. No, we have a solid squad.
I think we're going to do
Lindy for first, he didn't run, didn't do zigzag stuff. He's weird stepping that I just never understand. He ran straight, he ran his lines. Still needs more to be more impactful, and I guess that's why they trust him more a lot of the times at 12. I still think he needs to step up further. But other than that, he played. He plays well.
Yeah.
And I think eventually there needs to be more competition at that number. But, you know, I don't know. We need somebody who's not just going to break the line and just, I don't know, absorb pressure and then pass. We need somebody who will absorb, pass, break the line, create.
Yeah.
He makes his tackles. I'm not denying him on that. But we just don't need somebody who's just going to be some basher through the line. We need somebody who's really going to be an impactful player at that number because it's going to be vital. Somebody you need to work with. You need to be able to work with number 13. Kwagga also had an exceptional game, I think. He made tackles, bursts.
Yeah.
He made, damn it, man. And then, of course, every now and then, of course, we do silly mistakes, I guess. It's all part of it, but we have to be crucial about it when we're going to make these mistakes because if it's the World Cup, we only have one opportunity.
I saw it in the second half against New Zealand. We just mentally rested.
Yeah.
And then we only woke up halfway through that second half.
Yeah.
Like we were hard in that first half.
Yeah. And more than anything, our attack, it's like you said earlier on, Nqayi was more just tackling. And understandable because everybody was just defending hard because it's the All Blacks. Didn't have much time on the ball. A lot of people are complaining, but I said, communication. Well, guys, I think if we're playing a structured game where you're not necessarily getting ball in hand and at the same time you're playing a very defensive game, and in the first half where you're breaking down the All Blacks physically and he's making his tackles, it's going to happen. There's going to be a game where it's as crucial as this, where I think, hence, we played such a defensive game. We attacked and we played in their half.
Yeah.
But no one stepped up and said, screw this, I'm going to take the ball. So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm saying it correct. Makazol. Shout out Kosa Nation. Also defensive. Also, they say it lacks communication. But again, guys, you can't... People are going on about communication. Just watch the game again.
We're just nitpicking now.
That's the thing, we're just nitpicking. Where it's like we're trying to find something bad. No, there wasn't nothing bad. It was defensive. We're playing the All Blacks. Every player on the All Blacks roster, where literally everybody has hands. Everybody has a stepping game. Forwards have a stepping game. So everybody counts. Yeah. So in that essence, I think all in all, from Vermeulen to Peter Steph Toit,
we just gotta look at the team as an overall thing.
But man, you guys played a good game. Yeah. I don't want to bash them on something when we played the All Blacks.
You look at the team as a whole, man.
The All Blacks came full on. I think you've dominated what it says. You guys came prepared. We should have won that game. I'm sticking to that. We should have won that game.
Especially in the first half, we should have capitalized on the hella tries.
Played that and should have killed them off in the second half. But nonetheless, there's so many positives from this game. There's so many positives we can take. We proved that we need, in a sense, the presence of Herschel. Man, come on! He's box kicking, everything. It's on point.
He's also got vision.
He's passing. He's
got vision. He sees those gaps.
He reads
and he takes them.
He reads the game, and I think
you know what it is. Whenever a new guy comes into a squad, they're always fearless and they've got everything to prove because they want to keep their spot, and that's the mentality you want. We
can't lose the two shortest guys in the field.
Hell no.
Being Yanchis and
it also works. It works as a like people see being short as a physical disadvantage. Yes, but when you have players that have been used to playing against same size guys, the minute you bring small guys on, it's like you don't kind of see them.
And that's how it is in Cape Town. Like the colour communities, my fam, jeez.
Yo, or is that stepping up?
Like stepping for years. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
Problem is they haven't given enough chance because we like the typical big boy rugby. We need to be 2 meters tall. We need to be 130 kilograms to get in there.
And it's also schools. Yeah, like what schools you go to will determine
True.
how you get into
rugby. It's facts. As much as hence the transformation part of the rugby where
it's the same with cricket as well.
I think it needs to be fair enough that the money goes around to the underprivileged schools that have the talent and have that have the talent, but they don't have the resources from nutrition to kit to opportunities to go to trials to play consistently.
Opportunity is the big thing.
To play consistent. I don't go to Affys. I don't go to Grey. I don't go to your Weinbergs, your Bishops, your Sacks. So in that essence, am I getting the same opportunity? No. A lot of the top players went to Affys. They went to Grey. They went to Paul Roos, Paul Gim. They went to all these top tier schools that have proper structured sports programs. Yeah. Now, the mecca of rugby, I don't care when, the mecca of rugby in this country is the Eastern Cape. But bad administration.
Yeah.
Money being corruptly spent by people who are given the responsibility of developing rugby in the Eastern Cape have not been doing this. That goes to your Watsons and everything that's going on with Border. Look at Border now, out of money, I think. But luckily, there's they're restructuring now, which is good. With the Kings being brought back and money's being boosted in their direction, so I hope they're actually going to do something about it. Yeah, man, it's a schooling system just needs more attention in terms of sports, giving opportunities to the. It would be nice if your Affys, your Greys, your Sacks, your Bishops adopt a school that have great sporting, but they're underprivileged.
Yeah.
So therefore, you structure their programs to yours. So you give them opportunities. So basically, then the government subsidizes an amount where now you're adopting the school, you're developing their sporting codes, you're developing their rugby, and you're creating the very same opportunities. Yeah, and maybe they'll poach the players irrespective, but they keep developing.
At least they getting developed and getting the opportunity.
And not just with rugby, it's with all their sporting codes.
Are there youth academies for rugby?
Yeah, of course there is.
Well, besides the top tier schools.
There is. The clubs, your Sharks do it, your Western Province, they have academies, but obviously...
But it's not easily accessible for those in the poor communities.
Because you got Craven Week. After your Craven Week, people get selected, and those kids have been selected by the trials, the Craven Week trials. So as a high school, you go, you do the trials, you get selected, you be part of the Craven Week happens, and then if you win, whatever, you get selected. Some get selected, some get poached in Australia, because a lot of poachers from Australia, in the high schools there, they come here, and the universities, they come in, they poach, and they develop them at their clubs. So, the Waratahs and so on. So in essence, all the clubs have a development program. Sharks, Cheetahs, everybody has a development program. The bigger unions, of course, in your Gauteng region and everything, they have a lot of money. The Western, they have a lot of money. So wherever there's a lot of money, you can have a better sporting program. So now that money needs to be then trickled down, rather. It's what Sia, when he was interviewed, and he got like backlash for it because people heard wrong, because he had said like to the point where he said, transformation in the country in terms of sport. He doesn't believe in, the quota. But people only heard that part. I'm in full agreement with him when he says it hasn't trickled down to the schools that need the development. In his case, he had to go to grade to play rugby, to get the nutrition, to get the training, to get everything. They had everything there. Now go to another school that loves rugby but don't have their own gym. Nutrition, because kids don't have enough food. So now I'm going to play against a school.
Well, if you can't afford it.
Exactly. whose forwards are like...
There's nothing you can do.
Almost 100 kilograms. And I'm just a kid who's malnourished in the sense I'm not getting enough nutrition to play. I'm just living off oranges as a team. So I'm in full agreement with what he says. And he's a person who knows what he's talking about because he comes from that. So I think people rush sometimes when they hear something. Oh, no. Do I think then the quota system should be removed? Hell no. I don't think it should be removed, because then there wouldn't be your CS. There wouldn't be these guys in these positions, because it's forcing guys to pick people of principle that are of color, of course, and don't make political choices. I just hate the fact that now...
that's the most annoying bit.
We're making political choices in the sports. I think politics should...
Just to please the country and the people.
Politics should step back in sports. But the structure in terms of when we say quota system needs to be it's put in place for the fact that players need to be given an opportunity, just like Smith, just like Kwacha and all of them, Utabo, all of the players, we're at the same level. Just because you went to Afis and I went to another school, now suddenly there's a whole gap I need to try and reach out to. So people need to understand transformation needs to be in place until we see proper transformation in sport. It needs to always remain there. In swimming, how many black swimmers do you know? Exactly. Why is that? Because other schools that come from underprivileged areas don't have access to proper swimming teams and all these things.
It's a bit of a rich man's sport, swimming.
It is.
If you're not wealthy.
Exactly. But it can be fixed.
No, indeed.
And of course, I can also still say in that instance, corruption can play a role. Maybe there is money being implemented to develop the underprivileged schooling systems, and maybe that money is being chowed. And the reality is we need to place systems in sport that allow equal opportunity. If there's a number 9 from the Eastern Cape from Queen's College, and there's a number 9 from Affis, when we meet at some place, we're at the same level, opportunity-wise. You play your heart out, and then whoever's going to be picked will be based on merit. Not based on because, you got more money and I only see you. So we need a bigger pool of players to choose from, and we have that opportunity.
No, we've got all the talent here in this country.
Exactly.
Bro.
So
it's not like we're lacking in that.
Exactly. Shit. So a bigger pool to pick from, so players can be identified. So it would be nice to have a well-structured schooling league that at least is a national league, and it's qualifiers in every region. And I think it exists, of course, but it needs to be boosted out more. And then from that point, there needs to be more leagues implemented, so these players can be developed consistently.
Yeah.
How many players do you know of color that, okay, maybe their parents are so connected in terms of, listen, after school, flipping, I'm going to have a meeting with Jake White to give you private kicking lessons with another coach on the field. No, we don't go to the township, they don't.
No, of course not.
So this is why I'm saying we need to be able to have these opportunities. And this is why the quota system and transformation needs to happen in sport in South Africa. It's high time. Just don't pick the players politically. Pick them based on merit.
Yeah.
And we have more than enough. So people can't say, no, but there's no colors, players of colors. There is a list of black or colored players of color that are playing for Millwall, from scrum off to number 10 to forwards to number 8 to number 11 to 13 to 12. There's more than enough. It's just that transformation is bit by bit. And like I said, I think Stormers at one point was the team that was playing the most players of color on the field. So at one point, I think it's, I don't know if it's Sharks now, I don't know. But we can't still have this conversation. Again, am I saying now no white players should be playing on the team? No, I'm not saying that.
No, it's just...
I'm not saying that. All I'm simply saying is let's level the playing field. I can't compare Affis to Queens. I can't compare Affis to Blackheath.
I think what you're saying is that majority of the population in this country is of color.
Yeah, exactly. It's the majority.
And those people of color are in poorest situations.
Exactly.
They don't have the opportunity.
Yeah.
And if we do provide them with those opportunities, we will see a lot more people of color in the sport.
And that's basically what Sia was saying in that interview for
Samsung. It's not that we want to get rid of white people.
No
Hell
ways, man.
At the end of the day, when it comes to sports, it's all about how you perform.
Let's play. That's all I'm simply saying. Play. Level the playing field.
We want to win shit.
From nutrition to everything.
I could give a fuck what color your skin is.
Exactly. Level the playing field from high school with nutrition, with playing opportunity. Because if a kid's coming from the township, and what does he wake up to eat?
Traveling.
Exactly. Waking up in the morning. What is he eating? What hardships is he facing where he's coming from?
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I'm saying, man. Level the playing field. This is why these programs and transformation is put in place. It's not to kill off white people or all this nonsensical stuff that's being said. It's just to create
that's all
a level field where everybody's at the same level.
Yeah.
And then we can play and then we can select. And even if Gerard's picked, it's fine. At least Thabo.
Yeah, then we know Gerard
all of them.
Thabo.
Exactly.
I was like, okay, cool, you're way better than him. Cool.
No one's gonna be complaining because you're fair. But now there's a clear cut why Gerard is better.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless.
But it would be nice, like, if these opportunities were presented a lot more. Because if you think about all the kids in those poor communities, because they don't have options, then they steer to crime and gangsterism.
This is what I'm saying.
And if we can provide those opportunities, man, it would make such a big difference.
Bro, it makes sports is so vital in communities.
And they can go international. They can go overseas. They can
I'm saying.
Go to China. Now China with soccer.
Exactly.
Branching out to rugby.
Exactly. Japan with their rugby. Giving out a lot of money in terms of club.
Look how they're getting into soccer now.
Exactly. They've been into soccer though.
But now it's just boom. It's
exactly.
Boom now.
Exactly.
But you see the effort of development they put in there.
True.
And they just take in people from wherever.
Marketed well enough, and you'll get the money and you'll get the brands that come on board. FMB is doing a good job
also. Patriotic as fuck, man.
This is what I'm saying.
They love sports, dude.
This is what I'm saying.
Anything sporty they love.
Exactly.
I mean, look at CrossFit. It's just lifting weights. Just lifting weights.
And ripping your joints.
Who's the fittest? But we're behind that 100%.
And it's like shredding your joints apart.
Yeah. Did you hear about that that stabbing on Chapman's Peak?
I was literally going to it now.
So before jiu-jitsu class started this afternoon, the one guy, Jules, before he started class, he was on the mat. He's like, "Oh, did you guys hear about that attack?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "I was literally on the mountain. I stepped off the mountain, and after I stepped off, 5 minutes after, the Ukrainian dude was attacked." So he was on the hike with his wife and another colleague of theirs. It was his wife and his mother-in-law.
Okay.
So they just started on the trail. They weren't even high up. They just started.
Just off the path.
And two guys walked past them. It's like, okay. His wife's like, "Oh, let's turn around, It's like, no, chill. Guys hiking. And you know how white people feel these days. You know, the whole white guilt thing. So they're like, let me not make a harsh judgment.
Yeah.
So they walk.
I ain't saying that's what he thought. It's just...
But that's a typical thing. And I see it in the neighborhoods. I've been seeing it.
Okay.
You know, white guilt is a thing. Then they walk back past them. Then he was like, "Oh shit, something's not right." And then when he looks over his shoulder, then they're like stretching their legs. He continued walking.
This is what thing he's saying.
Yeah, Jules.
Okay.
The guy in class. And he kept walking with his wife and mother-in-law. And he heard footsteps. He turned around and the guy had his hand in his jacket. But as he turned around with the two guys he started facing, they just stood there. And then they just quickly walked back again. And then he saw them go hide into a bush. Yeah. He heard rustles and he told his wife and mother-in-law, "Listen here, let's just turn around. Let's just head back. Let's get off this trail." They get off the trail. Ukrainian dude went up. The minute he got in his car and turned around to drive out, he saw the ambulance.
Oh, snap.
Then he saw pictures of the stabbing. Apparently, the Ukrainian guy got stabbed from his hamstring all the way up into his head, like multiple knife wounds.
Yeah, they said
all for a backpack.
They cut him to pieces, and it's one of the guys.
Cutting to pieces is a bit over exaggerated.
Yeah, because that's what he.
Because Jules got the picture.
Oh snap!
And he saw the knife wound in the head. And then his mate's like, no. He's got multiple stabbings down the back, into the arse, into the hamstring. Two fucking guys, bro. Chapman's Peak.
And I think a respondent who is there, he said, from Soundcloud or no, I'm just reading the article.
Yeah.
He says for years we've been trying to get the police force to come. He says he warns people. You basically, if you walk up Table Mountain, it's at your own risk because
we can't have security guards up on Table
he said
Mountain.
he literally said Table Mountain National Park is out of bounds to tourists and local hikers. The park is simply not safe.
Yeah.
There's not enough security on the mountain, and by going out there, you're taking your life into your own hands.
Not enough security. There isn't any security. Yeah,
but in a sense, he says they've been trying to get police force to get there. There's not enough numbers. Police force, they've been trying. They haven't been coming in.
We went to shoot that skid on the Table Mountain.
Exactly.
It's just one patrol car.
One patrol car, and maybe there's people, the guys that walk around, the inspectors.
Yeah, he was strapped.
He was strapped. I mean, look.
But
this is another one. We have a high problem. The biggest problem we have in our country, which is a given, I suffered from it. I was hijacked.
Yeah,
is crime.
And you got hijacked outside of your house.
I got hijacked in front of my house.
And you live in an area that's not predominantly white.
It's not predominantly white.
From being PC.
Exactly. It's not predominantly white, but it was the first hijacking in my road.
You also got merchants in your street as well.
We got
so you're a lot more safer knowing that.
Not necessarily. It's just in essence, you know what? It hits everybody, irrespective. People are gonna take their chances.
No matter where you live.
These three bastards went up, took a life for a backpack. Did he need to take it? Because even at one point, after reading this article, they said this guy was actually on parole.
Yeah. That's what I've got to mention. He came out of of prison like 2 days before.
2 days prior. Man, our system in itself is so disappointing because, number one, who's actually monitoring these guys' progress if they're changing? Remember, when we say correctional services, we're saying we're taking corrective action to change you so we can reintroduce you into society so you can get a job and live a life and you can leave crime. And but I truly believe prison has become a university to get better at crime. Or prison has become something where people go in.
It's literally become a shelter.
It's become a shelter. It's a hotel. It's TV. It's free medical aid. Kids. Someone made a great example where kids outside of prison were fighting for free education, yet prisoners are getting it for free, getting free medical aid, free meals. And I think, if I'm correct, 4 years ago, it cost about 8,000 rand to take care of one prison in South Africa. I don't know what the cost is now.
And our prisons are full.
So you can imagine now, how does this feel, right?
I might as well go to prison to get
even the Nqayi forest one, the Nqayi killing when they raped and they killed the poor girl. Think of what those parents are doing now. I'm gonna pay my tax money. I'm gonna pay to make sure the person who murdered, if whoever who murdered my kid, murdered my brother, murdered my mother, murdered my people that are close to my heart,
can be
I'm gonna
sheltered,
take care
clothed,
of them,
fed, educated, and then pushed out back into society to do this shit again.
And maybe they feel, whatever, prison is prison because I'm good. So
that's why the death penalty needs to be reintroduced. And a lot of people are touchy about that.
Because look, there's a level. This is my problem with death penalty. Just the one problem is the implementation of it.
Yeah.
Why I say? Because how often
we could abuse it.
Have we seen where government, in essence, and even just the law in itself has failed? You pick the wrong person.
Yeah,
you kill the wrong person.
Yeah.
Where maybe you implement it incorrectly. We first need to fix the law in itself, our own law. Nah, guys, I'm not a lawyer. But come on.
We are not lawyers. We are not certified
How
lawyers.
often do you know of guys who rob today, and then tomorrow you see them walk the street?
Yeah.
And you hear, they paid such and such for files to go missing.
Yeah.
How often do you hear of people, they do mega crimes and they get off?
How does the police department get fucking robbed?
Exactly. There was a department in Joburg where
a
guy walked in with a knife. A knife, guys.
Everyone's strapped.
A knife. There's 4 police women, whatever, behind the desk with guns. He disarmed 2. The one woman hid under the table. She has a gun still. So my question goes back to, we discussed this, I think, a few weeks ago, training. The importance of training. That's why I'm a true believer that our police force needs to understand hand combat. Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Brazilian Jiu-jitsu needs to be implemented in our police force.
Yeah.
Because if I can't reach my gun, I need to be able to disarm this person. I need to be able to reach out, disarm this person, where you see 3 police personnel on a plane struggling to remove a person who supposedly they said there was a hazard on the plane. I don't know if it was mango. They couldn't remove her. 3 police officers. So you tell yourself the art of manipulating joints, the art of just suppressing.
Something as simple as that.
It's very simple. People don't get it.
And you don't need to be deep into the art.
You don't. I think it should be important that police force needs to have a blue belt. Blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because you're not only protecting your life, you're protecting everybody around you. I need to be able to disarm you.
But you also, sometimes you get into altercations with people that aren't necessarily wanting to take your life.
True.
And then you need to know how to disarm them in a bit of a more polite manner.
Exactly.
You can't go and start beating on the person.
So in essence, our whole system as a police
needs
force
to be fixed before we can
There needs to be an overhaul from the police force first. Let's go bottom up. Let's not just say we want death penalty, But yet that system over there of the people, because anybody can be. What if at the bottom somebody gets planted to be a murderer and now you're gonna be hung? And yes, you can say, but the law will prove how long and how much has the law failed. People.
Yeah.
Look at now owning a gun.
Look at O.J. Simpson.
You know? But in our case, owning a gun, think about it. If I shoot somebody, I'm gonna go to prison.
Because you didn't shoot 2 warning shots.
I had 2 warning shots.
You need to shoot 2
or
warning
if
shots
I shoot the person in the back, it also will automatically be a very hard case for me.
Yeah.
So in essence, we ask ourselves, we trust the police force, right? And in some people, they're literally 2 minutes away from the police force. They call the police to come help them. The police force comes 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
In that 30-minute period, I have a weapon that can save my wife, my kid, my life.
100%.
A guy comes into my property, he has an AK-47, he has a knife, he has everything.
Wanting to take your life and your family's life.
His decision is, if these guys fight back, I'm going to kill them.
Yeah.
I could kill them. But at the end of the day, what are the majority of the stories that we always hear? People die.
Yeah.
Farm killings also the same thing. And farm killings are not only affecting white people, because this is all how they die. It's just white people. No, from the rural all the way up, people are dying every damn day. So we have a huge crime problem in our country. People are dying every damn day.
The law favors the thugs.
But this is the problem. So end of the day,
that's the big issue. That's why it makes it more difficult for us to protect ourselves. So it's like you said, that guy comes in with an AK-47, wants to take my life and my family's life.
I need to wait for him to shoot first.
That's the most fucked up thing.
I need to wait for him to shoot first.
And the thing is, like, we can't say he might want to kill us or he might not want to kill us. You don't know the mentality of this person.
Exactly.
If they're on tick or some other form of drug, they'll do anything to get whatever it is.
Dude,
to get their next fix.
It's I don't know. It's a scary thing, and it's worrisome because if you're a police officer, the reason why you join the police force is to do what? You need to serve and protect. We have a society now that we don't have enough jobs. So a lot of people are joining the police force because there's no work.
Yeah.
So in essence,
all for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. So I truly believe when it comes to the military, when it comes to the police force, when it comes to being a fireman, when it comes to being a nurse, these okay, let me say police force, army, and what am I missing? A fireman. Those 3. You have to go in there with the intent to serve and protect because they are good, honorable policewomen and policemen that are serving, but they can't do their job because they have colleagues who are super corrupt. And now also they fear their own lives because my own colleague can kill me because I'm taking a bag away, I'm taking money away because if I arrest this struggler, if I arrest this criminal, I'm taking money away. Yeah. So our police force has been infiltrated. It's facts. We can't.
It's been infiltrated for a long time.
And now at the same time, guns, legal gun owners, their guns are being taken away because why? The government says, well, being a legal gun owner, well, if you have the green bar license, you didn't renew it, we're gonna have to take your firearm away. But take in mind, when people handed in their firearms, the time, I think it was 2-3 years ago, the firearms went missing. I think around about 3,000 firearms, they went missing. They were supposed to be destroyed, but a lot of firearms went missing.
Oh, definitely sold
So, of course. So now how do you...
50 rand a gun.
So how do we say then, okay, let's go straight to the death penalty when the very system in itself is corrupted. So we need to fix the police force. We need to really understand law in our country that really doesn't work for the citizen. The citizen needs to come first in our country. We need to be patriotic about our country. I'm a believer that I don't want to run away from my country. Yeah. I understand a lot of people are running away, and kudos to you guys if you want to bounce and leave, cool.
Yeah.
But I promise you.
But that's not solving the issue in this
only
country.
way I can solve this if I stay put and fix it and be verbal about it or be there, study law, do everything and fight the system and change it. So the citizen comes first, and the citizen has the right to protect his or her property, his life, his family, his daughter, his son.
Yeah.
Even that story in Joburg is so sad where a father and his 2 kids, I think, drove the car, and I think the car ran out of petrol. Pulled over. He said, "I'll just." This is what I'm saying. He quickly walked to the gas station. When he came back, both his kids had died and been shot and robbed.
Yes.
Ask yourself. And some people have this. And some people have this ridiculous argument, and it's not that I disagree. It's poverty. Poverty plays poverty plays a role in forcing people to go into crime, understandably, but that is your choice. That is a choice
at the end of the day.
You've made. You've woke up in the morning. Other people have woken up and said, I'm going to take my CV, I'm going to go look for a job, and I'm going to keep pushing to find a job. I'm going to keep pushing to push my business. I'm going to wake up in the morning, take the bus, go to work. I'm going to wake up, take taxi, go to work. You woke up in the morning to go kill somebody for a cell phone. And then after that, I have to feel sorry for you because poverty. There are millions of people living in poverty that are going out, doing 9 to 5s, and they hate the jobs, but they have to feed their families.
Yeah.
You feeding your family off blood. You feeding your family off people's property. And it's sad, it's disappointing, and it's disgusting. My car was taken away from me.
Yeah.
I didn't care about my car. I cared about my life. In that moment, I could have died. I could have been shot. I could have been stabbed. I could have been anything.
Bro, you said the guy had a gun in his pants.
Yeah, he had a gun in his pants. When I took him down, the second guy had a pepper spray.
And he was just spraying.
Who knows? And he was just spraying me. And who knows that day? That guy was, obviously I was on top of him. He felt, oh shit, I'm about to take my firearm.
And imagine, because you ran away. Thinking you had
I had my keys.
You had your keys.
Let me explain the story.
Let me explain
the story. I'm in front of my house, right? So in front of my house, unfortunately, I don't have like a remote to open my gate, so I have to manually open it up. Getting out, the guy walks past my car. I don't take note of other guys walk at night. It's normal. Even white people walk. I don't take it. Get out the car, open the gate. 2 guys walk down. As soon as I get to my car, these guys were far away.
Yeah.
They were like, geez, almost, 200 meters away?
200 meters, yeah.
What about? And I saw them far, cool, whatever. But as soon as I went towards my car and at a modem, I didn't press my modem. I took my key and it was sort of like my mind was saying, get into the car and drive. Get into the car and drive.
Gut feeling.
My body's just like, yo. Like 5 steps behind. So anyway, as soon as I get to my car, bad man number 1 stands on my left, but he's on the phone. But he's not saying anything.
It's amazing how quick he came out.
He's
like,
because I truly think that opportunity when I looked down, they probably bolted it to be as close as possible. So if maybe but anyway, I then look at guy number 1 and I'm like, oh shit. Literally, I was like, That's literally, because he's not saying a thing. He's just standing and I was like, this is the distraction. And I'm like, nothing's connected yet.
Yeah.
But I'm here, and as soon as I turn to look at number 2, I get sprayed on my right eye because I shift my head on my right eye. I'm like, yo. And I'm like, and I'm like, for anybody that's been pepper sprayed, I think you know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, no way.
Because you're breathing in that spray.
I grab number 1 and I spear and we fall down together. I'm rolling, and I end up on top of him, and I'm landing, bro. I'm
dropping palm strike after palm strike.
Dropping, but it feels like it's useless because my body's starting to shut down.
Body's also in shock.
Exactly, and I'm breathing, burning. My lungs are burning. Number 2 behind me, and I just got a fresh haircut. Yeah, I was like, I was looking good. I ain't gonna lie.
And that was the night after we've been out.
Exactly. So spraying, and I'm feeling this burn. But clearly he didn't have a weapon. Obviously, only I realized this afterwards. And he's just spraying, and I'm just swinging on this guy on the bottom. But the first punches connect. I can feel thumping. But I'm like, I'm like grunting, like, oh. But then after that, I just feel useless.
It's probably like an adrenaline dump.
Exactly. And it's the pepper spray, really.
Yeah.
Get up. I'm like, nah, this is not going to work. I get up. I swear, I trip a bit. I'm pushing off the ground. Remember,
one arm burpee.
One arm burpee. I clapped a one arm burpee. When you think like you're about to die, your body does amazing shit. Push off the ground, and I'm running. And as I run, I'm like, the pepper spray is slowly getting to the other side. I'm wearing contacts. So obviously they always say, take the contacts off. But like my hands.
You got two guys. How the hell are you? Hold up, guys. Let me.
Exactly. So I'm running, and I'm like, okay, I've got the key. Now, pause. In that moment, yes. Stupid move.
Yeah, because the guy's going to run after you with his gun.
Yeah. Shoot me in the back or whatever. But again, in that moment, because I was hitting...
You don't have time to process and think.
As I was hitting the guy, I just got up. I had the keys in my hand still. It wasn't like I was like, here, take it. Because they attacked me first.
Yeah.
Had they...
It's just fight or flight with you.
If they said to me, hey, give me your car... Undoubtedly, I would have handed the keys over.
Yeah.
Hey, take the car.
But that wasn't the case.
That wasn't.
You guys
were
in a fight.
Exactly. So, and the main thing out of all of this, I wasn't trying to be a hero, number one. I honestly wasn't. My ultimate fear was, number one, was pinning me against the car when I turned to him and I got pepper sprayed. So my head is, I'm going to fall and I might roll under the car and they're going to start the car and ride over me on my legs or something. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't even think about my life. I was just, that is my life. They're going to roll over my head, roll over my legs
and
or
also
something.
to have two guys on top of you, that's
exactly.
That's a situation you don't
So
want
at
to
that
be
point, I'm running up the road. I'm like sprinting. You said, Bolt, 21 Bolt. I mean, that was the fastest I've ever ran. I'm like this. I'm like, I need to like rub the ice. So I'm like doing this in my bomber jacket. I feel like I'm putting my keys in my jacket.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got it. I'm like, and I'm trying to push the pepper spray to not go to my left, right. As I get to the top, I turn around. Number one, I remember I was wearing a cream jersey.
Yeah.
Comes up, bends down, runs back down, lights go. And I was like, oh.
But at the same time, fuck yeah.
Yes, no. Without a doubt. Car goes. The guy that initially had walked in the beginning, the Rasta guy walked past the car. He's trying to say, brother, come to my car. It's like an Avanza with tinted windows. Bro, at that point, I was boiling. Like, I think I've never been so angry in my life where you want to rip somebody apart with your bare hands. But my senses came. I could have gone to that guy, but I said no. I don't know who's in the car. It's going to be stupid. I'm weakened now. They've weakened me purposefully with the pepper spray.
And you don't know if that guy's in on it too.
Exactly. He is in on it.
Yeah.
I know he was. I know he was. He was like the eye. So, and it was a lookout. So anyway, go to the petrol station, wash my face. Get one of the guys' cell phones, work at the petrol, call my girlfriend, the pops arrived. I was so pissed off to a point where, when you cry and you just like, this did not happen.
Yeah, because you were like, fuck, I just bought McDonald's and they rode away. They rode away with my McDonald's in the car. And all I wanted was to eat my fucking Big Mac and fries.
The one part, and I thank God Almighty and my ancestors and everybody for just guiding, is because early on that day my girlfriend was at home.
Yeah.
So thankfully,
because you went to drop her home first.
I dropped her home. Yeah. And then I drove. And obviously when we dropped her home, I said, let's stop it.
Didn't you also initially want to sit at McDonald's and eat there?
Yeah. Because basically...
like all these little things.
Because now it makes you think. Exactly.
You see? Make the difference.
Because initially I was like, okay, babe, we go to town, go to visit Jeff, we chill, we eat, and then we come back, we fetch the stuff. Or I'll just put the stuff in the boot and we can just take the stuff. Then we go to McDonald's. By McDonald's, I'm like, I'm hungry, but I'm like, I want to sit down at home and eat this food. I ain't gonna go nowhere. She's eating away. She's like eating. Are you sure? Are you sure? And I'm like, nah, I'm sure. I'm gonna eat at home. Cool. Drop her home. Car is smelling so nice. Smelling so nice. I think I bought a McFeast Deluxe. McFeast Deluxe, my bro. Yo, bro. Large, everything. So, in essence, these bastards got a fresh Audi, they got a fresh meal. So these guys will probably be like, let's split it. Let's split it. are you gonna eat? Are you gonna drink? Are you drinking the top or bottom? They'll probably have an argument. I'm gonna take the bottom. By my friend.
Why are you backwashing, bro?
You know, are you gonna top or bottom? But I'm gonna take the bottom. But I need to get to the bottom. So I need to drink through yours to get to the bottom.
They probably like went off and like, this guy forgot ketchup.
Exactly. So anyway, then here's the crappy part that really pissed me off. Back to the police work. So before my girl arrived, literally not even 2 minutes, a patrolling van comes. 3 officers in the car, armed. Now I'm saying to them, listen, I just got hijacked. I'm pointing to the Avanza. It's driving. The guy that was the lookout for them, there he is in that car.
And they just shrugged the shoulders.
Follow that car. I just got hijacked. And they looked, you know that moment, like they looked at each other like, I don't know. And the guy said, brother, it's just been on call now.
It's just been on call, but you're
pointing. And as we're speaking, boom, MV being hijacked in Cape Town, in Milnerton, and I'm like, my guy, I'm pointing at the car.
Right
there it is, it's driving off. You can catch that car, and if you catch the car, you got one suspect.
Yeah.
And you can, you know.
Boom, it's gonna give you a lead.
My gosh, and they said, bruh, just wait. And I said, okay, you should, if you don't want to do that, the least you can do, escort me to my house. Because I don't know if I dropped my house keys. And it could be, you know, going ransacking the house. No. And I'm like, you have guns. I shout, you have guns. Then typical, the one officer, brother, come down. Come down. Don't shout. Don't shout.
That's
now you're just trying to draw. Don't shout. Don't shout. I'm like, I'll shout because you typically don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Just tell me you don't want to do it and I'll know.
Yeah.
I'm burning. My eyes are burning. My face is burning. My head is burning. Just everything is burning. Cops drive off. They say, listen, don't worry. Just wait here. Now, I would think, generally, as a police officer, if somebody suffered anything, you would wait with the individual or try assist them because is that not your job?
Yeah.
Serve and protect.
Yeah. And you got pepper spray all over you. Like
they drive off. Go wherever they're going. Then eventually 9 cop cars come. Fine, they go try to look for the car and try to... You know what? I know well enough. Once the car is out of sight, in some cases, and literally...
Like 90% of the time.
In the week following up, I was going to put a tracker in the car.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't put the tracker in. And then I was like, oh, flap. I wasn't sure though. I'm good. But I experienced crime in one night. I got to experience the crime in our country for the first time in my life. Genuinely, I used to fight the people off, you know, martial arts. Yeah, I know you're stupid, you're young, you think you...
No, for sure.
And in this case, it was just me in fight mode where it's like, I'm fighting for my life because you're attacking me. I wasn't going to stand there and allowed to be pepper sprayed and then pinned against the car. It's just... Yes, anything could have turned. It could have been shot in the back, could have been shot in the head, could have been stabbed.
It's a bit of the frustration with the fact that there's so much crime.
This is the thing.
And you're just like, fuck, man.
Exactly. So, and at that point, and then the second crappy part that I got experience was the police service.
Yeah.
3 armed police officers did not want to assist me. Now, this is just me. Now, imagine those who are in much poorer areas that don't have much, and they just simply ask a police officer for assistance, and they don't want to do jack shit. And of course, understandably, again, also the police are outnumbered in a sense, but the service that we are being given by the police force in our country is very low. And again, it overpowers and it just shadows those police officers who are doing an exceptional job, or are not allowed to do their job because of colleagues who are just in the police force to just hang around and earn a salary and just chill. And again, at the same time, we can also go to the point of, are police officers earning enough? But nonetheless, I go back to the point where you're serving and protecting the nation.
Yeah.
You've in a way, you've sacrificed one part of your possible death. You could not come home one day as a police officer. And I commend officers, the military, firemen, that one day you might not come back home. Yeah. I get it.
But that's the reason why you take the job in the first place.
Yeah.
Firstly, because you're patriotic.
Understand the risks.
And then you've got a... It probably is a passion. I don't know if passion's the right word, but to say that you're willing to put your life on the line for the safety.
I think
of people.
It's like you're saying, you understand the risk, because I think it's out and out. It's understandable that you're gonna die one day if you possibly die. I'm not gonna say you're just gonna die one day. That's wrong.
No, look, we're all gonna die one day.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
But just your chances are a lot higher there.
Exactly. So I think the risk factor should be put in place in terms of their salary. It's like working on oil rigs. They have a risk.
They get paid a lot.
I understand, but what I'm simply saying is
they get paid.
We cut away the risk of saying, well, I would rather take money from a merchant or somebody for a cool drink.
Yeah.
And complain about my salary versus you be being paid well. So if you become corrupt and we bust you, you have to serve the minimum 20 years in prison.
That reminds me of that cop on Table Mountain when we wanted to shoot our skit. And they're like, oh, you can't shoot you because you don't have a permit. And it's like, maybe a little Red Bull.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, do you want to bribe us to shoot a skit on our phone on the road of Table Mountain?
So in essence, guys, even to all those that have experienced crime in their lives, I understand the feeling. To those that are always frustrated with the police force, I understand. I felt both those experiences. And you can't
say it's a racial thing as well. The police are performing the same way to every race.
Exactly. In essence, I can pause in some cases.
Maybe to a degree.
To a degree, in some cases. It's out and out where even our own are being like they treat our own in a shitty way. The black on black crime, black on black. I don't know, racism, prejudice in a sense, because the new racism is classism.
Could be classism. That's what I was going to say that now.
You know what I mean? So, in essence, it's a disappointing factor that I think, and it's a pure example is what's happening in the Cape Flats and in the townships all over South Africa, where literally. You're on your own. You're fighting your own battle. That's why kangaroo courts are norm. That's why it's like, screw this shit. I don't trust the police. So I'm going to kill this person that robbed, that raped, that attempted. I could be killing the wrong person. I understand it better. And what frustrates me, the police come, don't take the law into your own hands because...
But the thing is, it's a gamble. You're gambling with life. The thing is, you can gamble with money. Cool, that can be replaced. But you're gambling with life.
Exactly.
Guys in your house.
Exactly.
How are you supposed to know if he's going to rob you or not, or kill you or not?
Hey, buddy. Hey. Once the first step, if somebody's coming into your property, number one, do I know this individual? No.
He's in your lounge and he's like, I'm just looking for a job. Yeah. Like,
number two, if I say, and I ask the proper questions to say, why are you here? And they say, no, I'm here because... And then they give you a reason of, okay, whatever. But they can't give you a reason. And they trespass and you've given them more than enough warning. By all means, I truly believe protect your life.
They shouldn't have trespassed in the first place.
My life comes first. My life and the life of my family comes first. Because nowadays, these criminals are shooting first, stabbing first.
You saw what they did on Chapman Street.
This is what I'm saying.
It's just boom, boom.
So, in essence, everything needs to be relooked at from our prison system, how prisoners are being treated. And of course, I'm not saying prisoners must be tortured and treated. No. I'm just simply saying...
They shouldn't be getting privileges in prison. They have too many
privileges. You've taken that away by committing a crime. You chose to do it.
Yeah.
You chose to commit a crime. When the law proves that you've done it, cool. Innocent or proven guilt, and it's proven, your privileges are taken away.
Yeah.
At that point, you become property of the state. At that point, you work for the state. If the state says jump, you ask how high.
Yeah.
It's been taken away. Now, of course, human rights activists, that's a human right. Listen, the simplicity of it, guys, if prisoners are being taken care of better than citizens, you have a problem. I think, if I'm correct, I can be corrected, pensioners are earning 1.2 a month. It takes approximately probably it's 10,000 rand now to take care of a prison, and one prison in South Africa. Prisoners are being treated better than our pensioners. Why is that so?
That is messed up.
Are we looking at it from a point you're saying, well, they should be given another chance? Pensioners have given their life to work and serve in the country, and they're being treated like second grade.
And years of their taxes going towards the prison.
Exactly. So I think There needs to be prison reform. There needs to be restructured things in prison. Where if you're really going to say we need to reintegration program, Nqayi has a reintegration program where they help prisoners and former offenders. They're doing quite a good job, and I think money needs to be pumped more to organizations of that nature that really look at these prisoners and say, you have to change your life. Here's work. We're giving you the necessary skills to go out there and to not choose crime.
But also keeping an eye on them.
That's exactly. There needs to be a database where if I can easily go on the internet, from pedophilia to rapists to murderers, it needs to be a database where I can say...
Because they have that in the States.
They have
a database of offenders.
An offender alert thingy.
Yeah.
So you've moved in a certain area and you have to alert the people in that area. I truly really believe we need a system of that nature. Bro, it's the systems. Fourth Industrial Revolution. Remember I told you earlier, we're gunning with this shit, but we can't even have basic... a database where it collects everybody to say, these are murderers, these are rapists, or these are people that have committed these crimes. So therefore, if this person's moved in your area, just know. Now you know. So protect the citizen. I truly believe
it definitely keeps us a lot safer as well.
So look, what happened to the gentleman on Chapman Speak? Look,
bro, and he's Ukrainian. Imagine
those guys. Russian.
Because the Soviets sending down the little Soviet party. We come and sort out all criminals. That would be dope, though. We come sort out all criminals in South Africa, break legs, chop, quick.
It's gonna be hard, though.
For our country, for Putin.
The problem is for us is, again, we go back to the same flippant point. Implementation.
Hopefully that Russian guy isn't like part of mafia or something.
Look, either way, even if it is, it isn't.
Start some shit.
The reality is they've arrested the guy who's done it. They found the guy, so they found the backpack. It doesn't matter. That's not important.
Yeah, the backpack's not the fucking important.
Life is gone. And I think we need a real flipping introspective as a country, as a government, as a police force, as the...
we don't want to mess up our tourism.
Correctional services. We really need a structured prison system that does not allow people who've committed crimes to be walking the street easily. We should create a system that allows citizens who are working every day, trying to better their lives, whether you're white, black, Indian, you're trying to better your life, you're waking up in the morning and you are en route to work, somebody kills you. It's like, unfortunately, at our old school at Camps Bay, one of the cleaners. He was murdered en route to work. Simple guy, on a transport, he was murdered. And I think he was getting a pension in 2 years. So it's sad that even our elders are just being killed off because some kids think crime pays. And prison is playing a school of hard knocks for people to think crime is fine, because if I commit a crime, I can go back to prison. I'm good.
And then you get out, and then you
got my friends. I got a crew. I got a family. We need to break that system down.
The gangs are running their shit in prison and out of prison.
It's like
in prison.
It's like what I hear from Zimbabwe, and I can be corrected. I think if you're a prisoner, your family has to feed you. So your family brings you food. The state doesn't feed you. Which should be the response.
I like that.
So that teaches you to realize this is what you're putting your own family through. Now, the state has to take care of the state.
What you put in your country through.
Exactly. I have to take care of it. People always preach, the state take care of it. No, the people are taking care of you as a prisoner. Are you remorseful for what you've done? No, you've seen people, prisoners that commit rape and crime and murder, smiling, like, I'm fine. There's no...
they know they're going to be fine.
I'll be fine, even if I spend the rest of my life in prison.
They're sorted for the rest of their life.
So I think there needs to be some type of conversation. Let's have a conversation about the death penalty. Let's have a conversation about... Because maybe from the conversation, it will maybe steer away from going to death penalty, but it will steer to the point to say we need to be more vigilant in terms of police force. Our police force needs to be cleaned out.
Especially if you don't want the death penalty.
Exactly. Rot in prison. And giving the right of citizens to bear arms for themselves, for their family. Now, of course, there's going to be anti-gun movement. Understand, I'm for anti-gun. Trust me, if the opportunity to not own a weapon, I think what people don't realize
a lot of people wouldn't choose a gun.
the people realize, people think
we don't want to.
People choose guns because it's fashionable. No, it's not.
No.
It's what are the chances, right, of me being totally protected if something occurs now and I press a panic button for the police force or whatever. How quick will the police force arrive in my house?
That's like 30 minutes to an hour.
Exactly. In that moment, I have a chance to protect my family with my firearm.
You're not going to have a standoff with the guy for 30 minutes.
This is what I'm saying. So at least if I can shoot them away, warning shots, and they're away, I'm being given a chance to live. I'm being given my family a chance to live.
Yeah.
So I think I'm all about protecting.
Then you got people like Oscar that kind of fucked it up a bit.
That's a different that's a different story, and
but then that's why people make these gun laws. And,
look, understandably, look,
it's
like anything, I promise you.
But
there's gonna be rotten apples.
It's gonna happen.
There's gonna be people who overdo it. There's gonna be people who go wrong with it in anything.
But I think as a society we keep trying to make this perfect society.
Yeah.
And we keep forgetting that we can't have a perfect society. Yeah. We need to be accepting of, like you said, those rotten apples.
Exactly.
That's what we need to come to terms with that.
Exactly.
But it's no, we want this.
Exactly. Crime is
perfect thing.
So in essence, crime is a huge problem in our country. It's affecting, like I always say, how I was affected by it, and I always think, shit, how are people in the townships dealing with crime?
On a daily basis.
On a daily basis, like every minute. Like I have to. There's a point where people always tell me, because I have a lot of family in Yang. And I always go in Yang and I visit, and I don't feel it, because maybe because growing up there also and going up and down, it never really. But in essence, it's just, man, it's sad that people can't even enjoy the things that they earn because somebody's watching to take it.
Yeah.
So I truly think government needs to play the role in really killing off crime and really uplifting policemen to do a better job. I know the military is going in, but the military can't always be there. The police force need to actually do a better job. We need bigger numbers. We need more police force. We need more police stations in townships. We need more police that want to be police officers to serve and protect and to serve. You're serving the populace. You're serving the citizens, because that's what you signed up for. That's what you wanted to do. You didn't go for a holiday.
No.
And the risks, you knew the risks.
But we've also made it such an easy way out, and a very easily accessible job for people.
Understandable, and because again, in the point where.
But then our country's also desperate for people to be in the SAPS.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's like fuck.
But you can always, like I said, pick up.
But we need to monitor that shit.
Yeah.
Look, and then it also comes down to also rectifying those factors, but then coming back to our initial conversation of like something like implementing sports
exactly
in the youth in informal communities.
Opportunities, bro.
Creating opportunities.
It all boils down to opportunities, where
it's all one big circle.
There's so many kids out there who have so many creative ideas, opportunities, and if they could sit in a room where there's a bunch of millionaires or people who are interested in their lives.
Yeah.
It's interest. It's interest in these people's lives. When somebody who comes from like the dude who built his own car in Limpopo, I think.
Oh wow.
If somebody who designs cars could take that guy to Germany for a year, come back,
and impart that knowledge,
build up, because now we're boosting manufacturing in our country. He comes back,
mentor kids.
You not even that. It's you put money in to start your own manufacturing of your own car. We have our own car in South Africa. It creates jobs. It builds it. But every single time we celebrate these things in articles, but who's willing to put money, and where do the opportunities actually go? So people in townships need opportunities. People are not being given opportunities.
Yeah, because the options is just school or crime.
Exactly. And in some cases...
And the gangsters provide that opportunity of crime.
Exactly. And because
they capitalize on opportunity.
They've created this brotherhood where it's like, listen, we can be brothers. And now you feel, okay, some people come from bad families. So now it's like, I don't have this family. So now this is a band of brothers. There. But they don't realize they're being used to commit these crimes. So in essence, it's just, I think sport is a huge uplift in communities. I truly believe entrepreneurship in terms of introducing entrepreneurship and introducing studying opportunities in all schools, because I think sometimes not everybody is an entrepreneur, unfortunately. Not everybody can just drop everything and say, I've got enough money to just ball out and be an entrepreneur. Yeah. So it's teaching these things in school. It's teaching the kids about tax, about registering your business. All these things need to be taught in high school, in primary school, because at least we need to spark the creativity from primary school all the way up. You're creating now people who want to think and go out there and change the world through business, through sports, through all these things. Yeah. But these avenues are not being given to Imizamwe, to primary school. Yeah. They're being given to SACs. They're being given to bishops. Why? Because They have structure. Yeah. So hence, going back to the point of sports and adopting, I truly believe all high schools that are private and everything, they need to adopt a school in the township and develop it. I truly think that should happen, and they should partner and develop these schools, because it will be so much better. You can't just, it's us against them, and then this gap in between just gets wider and wider and wider and wider. And then the government says, well, we're trying. And then the government has their own problems of corruption. And then now we have our own problems trying to understand why you corrupt. Yeah. And then it just widens. And then basically now people are like, I don't have an opportunity. Group of friends are like, okay, let's go rob cash and transfer vehicle. I can just be, I can get 200,000 rand just quick now, cash. quick. The risk is there, of course. On this side, it's like, well, mom and dad structured. I've got an opportunity. I've gone to a private school. I've got everything. My dad knows somebody at the CEO or anything. I can get into the business easily. And you got this widening gap. Whereas if you can take this side and you take this side, Imizamwe to primary. This is an example, guys. Imizamwe to primary, and we take Camsbay Primary. Camsbay Primary then adopts Imizamwe to primary and says, listen, I'm trying to squash the gap by teaching your teachers, teaching your principal how to run and implement a structured program for kids to learn. And then they adopt and they also build up the school. So it becomes a partnership. So these things are needed. We can't live in this world where this gap is just getting wider and wider. And people are going to say, no, but it's the whole world. No, guys, our context is different. Okay, we need to focus on what works for us. Fourth Industrial Revolution needs to take a step back a bit. We're still in second. We're not in third even. We're still in second. We still need to understand the complexities of our schooling system, where kids are dying in pit latrines and you're busy worried about Fourth Industrial Revolution. We need to understand. We need to teach kids about technology. We need to teach kids about just getting out there, that sparking the creativity. It's just we're just trying to copy everything else, but we have major problems in our country.
Actual basic life skills.
Basic life skills.
Basic life skills.
That's all.
That's all it comes down to.
It's so, in essence, crime. I'm sorry, forgive me, but there's no excuse to kill another person for their property, to rape another woman, to just put so much stress and on people's lives based on, well, I don't have anything. There are people in the same boat you're in. I was in the same boat. I grew up through poverty. It was not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but I chose not to commit crime. And even if you do commit crime, change your life. Stop.
Yeah, you still have an opportunity to make an adjustment.
If somehow you're listening to this and you get to hear it, stop what you're doing. Because you're going to end up in prison. You're going to end up dead. And you're going to end up being hated for the rest of your life. Because you're a criminal. So.
And it all starts off small.
Right?
Like, as a kid, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but as a kid, like stealing a bubble gum from the little corner
I started doing that. And in essence, it's like they say, it's your environment, it's who you hang around with.
That too.
I think
I remember when you're at a young age, you're so easily influenced. Exactly. As well. You're always looking up to people. Exactly. You don't know any better. You're not conscious of your surroundings.
Exactly.
You're not, how do you say, woke yet.
Yeah, it's like my pastor. He had his word. He said, my internal thinking is not my external environment shapes my future. Or let me say it properly. My external thinking, not my external environment, shapes my future. So, your mentality needs to change. Because think about it. how many successful stories of people that come from Menenberg, Nyang, Kailija, Gualanga, all, townships that have succeeded in life. They changed their mentality. The environment, they knew they were where they were.
Yeah.
They knew I'm living in a shack. We knew we're living in a shack. But I didn't choose to kill people. I didn't choose to rob people. I chose to say, listen, be strong up here, change my mentality, and be out there. So, not a lot of people have the opportunities, and I know.
Not at all.
But nonetheless...
But I feel like in today's age, we do have the accessibility, like on social media, for example.
No, we do.
And we do have a lot more people of color that are reaching more successful positions. Exactly. It just comes down to them reaching out maybe a little bit. Even though there are some that are reaching out, it all comes down to the community as a whole to actually take on that information and absorb it. But I feel like sometimes because you're influenced by your community, it's very hard to take that. Like coloureds, for example. Coloureds are always like somewhere in the middle. Yeah. Always complacent, but they're just like relaxing. And they move as a clique. They very much have a cliquey mentality. Yeah. So it's like in that community, it's hard to be the one that kind of separates and uplifts themselves because everyone is so worried about being judged by each other. It's like if I start speaking more eloquently, you'll be like, oh, why are you all keeping yourself sturvy? Why are you trying to be white? Why are you trying to be this? And then you're like, oh shit, oh no, now I want to be cool with my people. And then you resort back to the same old shit. Yeah. So
in essence,
the adjustments need to happen. But there's a lot of factors as well.
There's a lot of
just too many to... And we can nitpick the whole damn...
Yeah, we can go on for like 5 hours. But
on that.
In essence, it's just our mindsets need to change. Our internal thinking needs to change. And our external environment shouldn't affect and force you to go to crime to kill other people. Or to just, flip and create havoc for other people's lives. Yeah. There's so many opportunities, better choices in life to make.
Oh, for sure.
It's and I think we should quit making excuses for people. Yeah. Who could take that route of crime. Yeah. It's more of, okay, well, if they choose to change their life and they change it, cool. Yeah. It's all change choice. It for the better. We can forgive, but I'll never forget. So, in essence, it's just we have a huge crime problem in our country. Oh, and we're not dealing with it properly. We're not allowing people to protect themselves. We're not allowing. We're not being honest. We're not being honest. We're not being honest. But yeah, it's a sad reality, man. And I hope one day it will change.
So, yeah, over time,
it needs to change as soon as possible.
Yeah, we can't keep saying, but let's just give it time.
Exactly. It needs to change.
We've been given it time.
It needs to change now. Not tomorrow, now. Yeah. It shouldn't just be celebrated. Yeah, we implement it. It needs to change.
We can't wait for shit to hit like the most extremes.
Exactly.
And then send the army in, for example.
For them to say it's literally it's literally a war going on. Yeah. The amount of people dying. Yeah. The numbers were like I said, there were less soldiers dying in Afghanistan than in the Cape Bloods. That's mad. It's mad.
That's crazy statistics.
And we still just tippy-toeing around it as if people trying to be political. Like, screw this shit. People are dying. Yeah. You're not doing enough as a government. Yeah. People are just being left. People are trying to move on and may build their lives, but every time they take a step, there's also a pull me down syndrome, pull each other down syndrome in all these communities.
Having that chat. I can't remember who with. I think it was with Russell, but there's a mentality that's been ongoing for years now, where we don't like to really celebrate people's successes. We'd rather pull them down. And it makes us feel good.
Exactly.
And then we celebrate that instead of actually celebrating their success and trying to uplift each other.
Exactly. Let me come to you. Hey, how did you do it? Let's have a chat.
A lot of jealousy and envy.
Exactly. Instead, we'll talk smack about somebody, make fun of them, instead of celebrating them.
Rife.
Celebrate people. You learn off them. You learn from their struggles. It's a blueprint. Yeah. It's a possible blueprint that you can add to your life and say, okay, let me structure my life like this, and it can change. It's a possibility of change. But you keep wanting to break people down that have made it in some field, whether it's business, economics, singing, acting, whatever field it is, doctor. Celebrate these people and learn from them.
Yeah.
But you choose to break them down because you're looking at one characteristic and you think, oh, nice keeping him white. Oh, this is a coconut. Or it's like, no, ask this person, how can he assist me in my life in whatever field it is.
Don't indulge your jealousy and your envy.
So it's,
rather embrace it, recognize it, acknowledge it, and use that to your advantage to actually grow some courage to go through that person.
We need to work together. We need to be more patriotic in this country.
That's the thing. We like to work solo.
Exactly.
And being like involved with a family business of mine. I mean, it's not a fucking corporation. It's a martial arts business and a clinic for Chinese medicine acupuncture. Being involved in that, have been involved in that. I saw there was a lot of individual trains of thoughts and operations in that business. Like obviously it took unity and a collective mind to build it to where my parents were able to put a roof over our heads and send me and my sister to school. But then it started going to a point where it's like, cool, I'm going to do my thing, and then he's going to go do his thing, and then it started affecting the business quite a bit. And I thought you could easily do things on your own because I was looking at it from an outside perspective, and then hearing them say, look at me, I brought this business up. And then the other one says, oh, look at me, I brought the business up. And it's like, oh, wow, you were able to do that on your own. Oh, wow, you're able to do that on your own. And I thought, okay, cool, then I can do things on my own. But then trying to do things on my own, I was like falling, and just not progressing. And I realized you can't do everything on your own. You need to have someone or a few people in your party and have a collective mind. One mind is not enough.
There will always be someone better than you, and it's good.
It's
because somebody knows more than you, and they bring a certain skill. Well, you learn from that person, and somebody else, you bring in another skill. Somebody knows something better than you. You know better than somebody else, but you bring in that person because he brings in something.
That person, because that person's intelligent or of a higher knowledge in a certain skill or expertise, doesn't mean you're stupid. And that train of thought comes back from school and maybe the community. Is like, oh, if someone's a little bit smarter than you, you're stupid. Now you're like, oh, whoa, why must I go seek help? No, I mean, just because you don't know much doesn't mean you can't keep expanding and learning. We need to work out of that mindset and be like, all right, I don't know much. Educate me. Thank you for this knowledge.
That's why let us create.
And maybe I got a little bit of something you can learn. If I don't, keep educating me.
And
that's all it comes down to.
Yeah, it all comes down to that. It's just when you spread that message and you try to implement it, there's always obviously, and in any case, you'll be fighting a system that, and also it's like a deeply entrenched thing from the past where there's separation and.
It's like, you're gonna steal my shit, Bree.
Yeah, it's just like this is my idea. We're aggressive in that sense. I'm keeping it to myself. Whereas it's like, listen, I'll impart some knowledge to you. You're growing stronger. We share these ideas. We grow together. We add more knowledge from other people. Other people come on board. We share. If somebody doesn't know much, bring him on board. Teach him. You grow. So I think everybody needs to be able to have an assisting point. And it goes back to being patriotic as a country. We need to be patriotic. We need to protect our
I think we're patriotic when it suits us.
When it's sports.
Yeah.
When it's rugby, when it's soccer, when we go to the World Cup, when we go to the Olympics.
Then you love everybody.
Then everybody loves each other. Then we celebrate and giggle next to each other. Out of that, then we just solo.
It's like, fuck this country.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to move to Australia. I'm going to move to the UK.
Or if not, or it's just people are just pull me down, or Tabo makes a success of himself, somebody else like, screw this shit, he thinks he's better than us. Instead of saying, Tabo, how did you do it? You know, so that's how I'm truly believing that we need to be more patriotic through serving our country, through serving through business, through serving through any field we're in. You don't have to be a billionaire or millionaire to help, to assist people, because you never know who you're assisting. That kid that you're judging, that's struggling with English, as you think, oh my gosh, he can't speak well. No, he's going to be a champion one day. He's going to reach levels. Tone and everything means jack shit. This person speaks, he has
performance speaks louder. Actions speak louder.
Exactly.
Than words.
What counts is what's in
That's
here.
Yeah.
Stop worrying about the exterior or this and that. What is this? What's coming out of this kid's mouth?
Yeah.
You're the future.
Yeah.
Let me nurture you with what I have. I can help you. The little that I have, let me help you. So, yeah. With that said,
just come. Yeah, I think we should end it.
Yeah. With that said, I think
and
again,
there we hit the hour and a half mark.
Damn, patriotic guys. Stick to whatever country you come from. Even
be proud.
Be
proud.
proud.
Of your country.
Be proud of your country. And being proud is not necessarily just saying it. Help the people next to you. Let's build each other. Let's protect each other as a nation.
Work as a collective.
And work as a collective.
I think that's the beauty about Workshop 17 as well.
Yeah.
Boom, plug in!
Exactly.
Collective minds meeting in a collective spot and
Exactly.
Just maybe
sharing ideas and just trying to
making a
make
difference.
Exactly. Try and make a difference. So try and make a difference in your space. And
yeah.
You don't need to be a millionaire. So peace,
cool,
love, and happiness.
So shut your goddamn mouth. Alright, we out.
Alright. Peace.